And for Nigeria to come out of its current recession, increasing productivity is set to be key. Productivity in this sense means achieving maximum capacity using minimal resources of time, money, labor, energy, sweat and materials. Let's talk more about this. A productivity expert, the President, Institute of Productivity and Business Innovation Management, Remy Dairo, joins me now. Thank you very much for joining us on the program.
My pleasure.
Well, I'll begin by asking, where is Nigeria currently in the productivity index?
All right, looking at the productivity index, we're looking at the potential, the ability of the country to produce and all that. But I tell you, Nigeria has been in the potential level for so long. So I don't always want to talk about the potential capacity of Nigeria. I talk about Nigeria in the face of the globe. So I always look at the, I look at the global competitive index or, index, where Nigeria is put at 127th. Out of 138 countries, which is very
that is quite low. Yeah.
Very
why do you think productivity is low in Nigeria?
Yes, one of the factors is the environment of business. Doing business in Nigeria is very tough, and so people succeeding or making things happen becomes so tough because the environment for productivity is not enhanced. But government, the case may be, registration, policies, and then supporting ideas and making things happen. There's much to be done in that dimension because much more than the factors of productivity, the environment of productivity is very, very important. And I think those are the rules of the government. And when I talk about the environment, I'm talking about the economic ecosystem. The power, the Wi-Fi. I mean, as little as Wi-Fi is important to the productivity of a nation. Wi-Fi should be something that should be subsidized by government or given at free, because we have moved from from the level where we struggle to make things happen by reading. We can make things happen even by checking our phone and checking things, and then you get more results.
Well, does that explain what people mean by new productivity?
Yes. Now, when we talk about new productivity, I will take you back to what is old productivity. In the agrarian age, when we are working hard, that's manual. Productivity used to be manual. As much as effort you can put through what you do, they will go, oh, wow, this person have done this number of ridges or numbers of weeding, and so wow, this person have done a lot of work. Okay, then we move from there to what is called mental. Mental is at the level where, oh, this person is intelligent. Oh, I need somebody who has a very good IQ. Oh, to do this for me. But then we began to discover that even that was not working anymore. You can have good IQ, good certificate, and get to work, and you're not working. So we move to another level where we have much more information. There are information everywhere. That's the IT world, and information world where we have it everywhere. Now the information is everywhere on your phone, on your tab, on television. You Google it, you find a lot of things. But the question is, people are not yet still productive. Why? Because the new productivity now is innovation. What do I do with what I have? What do I do with with the data? What do I do with the information? What do I do? So the government must move away from the old way. Oh, he's working hard. We can see the person sweating. That's the old model. We can see the person sitting down in the office still working, and then it's not working anything because even the information in front of her is not converted to results.
In other words, you don't even have to be in the office
at all. There's something called flexibility at work, which I think we need to introduce in the workforce.
All right, Nigeria seeks to get out of the current recession. How is the new productivity going to be sort of an alternative for oil?
Good. It's a good question, and then I think we'll be battling this in the national level for long. But I think I have my own, way of, advising the government. Number one, we need to change our philosophy of work. What exactly is work? How do people work? You don't need to appear in the office to work anymore. That's the new productivity. You can be in your home and get results out. That is the new productivity. All this one clicking in, signing in, people can sign in. People have been signing in and productivity is not done. People have been coming to office and say, I'm in the office, I'm sitting down from my, on my desk, on my system, and probably the person is checking his Facebook status and is not doing anything. So appearing at work does not mean work is being done. So number one, the philosophy of work must be changed. Number two, we must give room and celebrate innovation and invention in this country. Enough of celebrating mediocrity, celebrating nepotism, or political or ethnicity. I tell you, this country will not move out of recession if you are still celebrating those things. We need to celebrate invention, and innovation very important. Then we need also to partner with innovation and productivity organization or institution to provoke the people to the next level. Then finally I would say we need to provide funding for innovation ideas. Now I saw last year before I traveled for World Congress, I saw that the government put together they did innovation program in Abuja. It was an event, and the people brought a lot of things. Good. People brought innovative ideas, but those ideas are not marketable. They are not global. Why? Because they were just gathering of a lot of things on the table. So the question is, we need to have finishing products, and those are not the responsibility of the government. The responsibility of the Institute of Productivity, as the case may be, to be able to put them in the right direction. I think some of those areas, if you can promote innovation, promote the new productivity, Nigeria will be out of recession speedily.
All right, talking about the World Productivity Congress, Nigeria, of course, was represented there. What were the key takeaway for Nigeria? Okay,
yeah, I am so excited to be. I was the only African there on the panel to speak, and then I represented Nigeria, I represented Africa, on the productivity level, and globally all experts in the world came around, and then one of the things I was there and I was amazed. Why? Because when I got back to the country, I felt bad. Why? Because the world has gone. The world has moved on. And we are still battling. When I read our newspapers, I watch our news, I felt bad. Why? Because we are still practicing the old way of productivity. So, number one thing I learned from there is old model government cannot run a new economy. Old model government can never run a new economy. Therefore, e-governance must be encouraged. When I say e-governance will help the government to cut 50% of what they are spending now. We are still doing the old way of governance. So, I learned from that conference there. And I also learned that a country of higher natural resources does not guarantee, national wealth. No matter how, the natural resources that you have, you don't have guarantee that you'll be happy, because Nigeria is so blessed. Many African countries are so blessed with natural resources, but then that does not guarantee our wealth, as the case may be. Then government do not need to spend, money on just infrastructure. They need to spend money on the ecosystem of productivity. Just like I told you, power is key, Wi-Fi is key. In the new economy, those are things that are very important. A nation is a reflection of the education capacity or approach of the nation. So what am I trying to say? The kind of education curriculum that we have is backward. We need to have what is called productive education. We need to have an education that will make our children. Now, let me give you a data quickly. By 2040, it was said that 60% of our students in primary school now will be doing jobs that have never existed now by 2040. So who is teaching them? Who is preparing those children? Who is preparing them for that future? So in the future, there will not be some job not be available anymore. So the question is, what is the curriculum that is teaching this? So productive education is key if you must move to the next level, out of recession.
All right, you keep talking about government, what government needs to do, what government would have to come into to ensure productivity. Now, what about the private sector? How can they actually also help to ensure productivity level in Nigeria grows? Okay,
thank you. There's also research that said by 2040, Africa will be the home of the largest workforce in the world, which is estimated at 1 billion, which says that Africa will hold much more workforce. So the question is, the private sector will have more of these people, and the question is, how are you preparing them? Number one, many of the private sector don't even train their employees. They don't even train them. They don't upgrade the level of understanding or the level of their skill. Therefore, productivity is not done, or probably are even operating the old level. So training is key. Number two, they must also move away from the old ways of work. It is not just appearing as work that makes work happen. They must also have different metrics to make, to get results, as the case may be. Then number three, they must be able to find a way to motivate, their staff. And motivation this way is not just by giving money or giving salary. It's what I call affective productivity. Having the affection or the love of the workers in mind, it will definitely bring a great impact in productivity.
All right, thank you very much, Remi Dairo. I'm sure we'll get there.
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Thank you for your time.